Hey everyone, it's Clint again, and I've got to talk about this article. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is apparently, or the world rather, is ready for a gay superhero. Is this just more shipping that's going on in comics and, well, now movies, or is there something to this? So we're going to look at that. First, I want to remind you that I've got this book, Downcast, coming out on April 2nd on Indiegogo. This is the variant cover by Matthew Weldon and by Derek Dow, who did the colors. And yeah, it looks pretty great. If you are interested in signing up for the mailing list, it's in the description below. And yeah, don't miss out. All right, we're jumping right into it. So Marvel executive says the world is ready for the MCU to get a gay superhero. So this concept is strange to me. And I want to chalk this up to worldview. It definitely has a lot to do with ideology, especially because a lot of, the ideologues that are pushing for this kind of thing, they're just loud, and so they really push at Marvel to do something that's gonna make them happy. Now, I've watched all of the MCU movies and I've enjoyed most of them, and I can say that generally they're not that romantic. They really, like, you can assume, I mean, the characters have a long history from the comics, that they're straight, but you don't hear that conversation coming up a lot. It's not really important to the story as to what their sexual preferences. So this is just like with anything. If you have in the comics there are gay superheroes, right? They exist. So that's one thing. Another thing is, hey, let's turn a superhero gay just because we think it would be better. So I don't know. And there was already that thing with Captain America, and everyone wanted Captain America to be gay. Not everyone. Again, this is a small group of activists who are really loud, and they do have the ear of Disney, apparently, but certainly, Marvel Entertainment. So this article starts here. Thus, Marvel Cinematic Universe has had superheroes with green skin, superheroes played by white guys named Chris. Yeah, as though like this represents basically every generic white guy in the world or something. Like, yeah, white guys named Chris. So as long as that identity has been checked off the list, we're all good, right? That's all there is to storytelling. It's just a checklist. And as of this Friday, a lead superhero in a solo movie who happened to be a woman. You see how they worded it like that? They wanted to say that there was the first solo movie, female superhero-led solo movie. That's what everybody had been saying up to this point, but now they've got to put the emphasis on the superhero. Now that there's no more hiding, the movie's out, people have seen it, and they've made the emphasis that Captain Marvel's a woman the whole time, and so now it's just funny to see people, downplaying that fact. It continues, what it doesn't have, though, is an abundance of gay characters outside of, that fan theory everyone shares about certain guy with a shield. Yeah, this is the give Captain America a boyfriend thing. That's a fan theory. That's called shipping. By comparison, DC superhero shows on the CW have a number of LGBTQ characters, including Legends of Tomorrow lead Sarah Lance and the protagonist of the Batwoman series that is in development. Right, they have. And in some cases, it's been like unimportant. I mean, because it's just a minor component to the story. And in other cases, like especially in this Batwoman, the whole point is like, this is social justice in your face. Like, I'm not even making this up. That's what Batwoman is advertised to be. If we can't agree that there's a difference between having a LGBTQ character versus trying to teach your audience, or I don't know, it's just like grandstanding in front of your audience for a political point of view, I don't know what we can agree on. Okay, the Marvel Studio is apparently hoping to address this lack of representation at some point. Here's the thing, though. I don't understand why representation. The movies are based off of the comic books, and the comic books have, again, just a rich history of storytelling and characters, and they evolved naturally with what audiences were interested in, with what readers were buying, all kind of things like that. And I'll say the same thing for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They've done pretty well up until this point. The moment that you have some different motivating factor besides making the best story you can, which is representation, that becomes your goal, people can see that. It's really obvious, and it's patronizing. Okay, so Marvel production chief Victoria Alonso telling Variety that the world is ready for a gay superhero to show up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. She's also noted that Marvel is very committed to representing the fact that its audience is global, diverse, and is inclusive. What does that mean? The word inclusive. They keep changing the words for what they want to say. It used to be diverse, diversity, it used to be, I don't know, like it just seems like it evolves a lot. Inclusivity, I feel like, is wearing out its welcome. So I can't wait to hear the next new term. But I'll tell you, if you can get a character like someone like Ant-Man that I've never cared about in my life and make a great movie out of Ant-Man, out of that obscure character, at least from my point of view, he's been obscure, then go for it. That's awesome. Make a great movie with some character out of the comic books. But I can tell you right now, if you just change a character and make them gay all of a sudden, it's not going to go over well. I promise. She says she knows they won't have continued success if they can't stay on top of diversity and inclusivity. In fact, I think this is the opposite. They might know that they've ridden this cash cow up to the end. This is the end, and they're going to coast their way down by jumping on the diversity inclusivity bandwagon just to appease 12 crazy people on Twitter. Okay, so she didn't go into detail on what exactly that means, what character they introduce, or which character are they going to have come out, I guess. I'm not sure where they're going with this. The thing is, though, that Disney likes to do this. This has happened several times. Most notably, like I'll think of Frozen 2. I guess that's not out yet. Same thing. They hinted that Elsa is gay. They did the same thing with Finding Nemo, where they said, "Oh, it features a lesbian couple," and it was just like it panned across two women that who knows, they may or may not have been. It doesn't matter. It was just two women. So there are all sorts of, I don't know, they just do this hinting. So I don't know what exactly this means. I don't even think production chief Victoria Alonso know what this means. I think they're virtue signaling, but time will tell. We will see what is going on. So thanks so much for listening. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are in the comment section below. How could they, gracefully introduce a gay superhero? Does it really matter? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please, please, please like, subscribe, share, ring the bell, all that good stuff, because it really, really helps me out. Helps me build the channel. And don't forget, if you're interested in Downcast, this has nothing to do with politics. It's a brother and sister team and just a fun story. So I'm really, really excited to release it to the world. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time.